Hello there, this is James and you're watching Tixee Live. In today's program, it's going to be a little bit shorter than normal because the US is on a bank holiday, so there's no US trading session. So it's Memorial Day in the US, but we'll still do a bit of a recap of what is happening in Europe, okay, especially about the EU summit, a bit of an update on that. But before we start, don't forget, these videos are for educational purposes only, and no way whatsoever should ever be taken as advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own due diligence, and of course know the risks at hand before entering any trade. With that out of the way, let's get started. And the main news at the moment happening in Europe is this EU summit, of course, which they're having to discuss, obviously, oil embargoes or banning more Russian imports, do more sanctions. But there's a sticking point to this, and that's Hungary. They're not backing down. They need oil from Russia to survive. So they are not. Let's see what I did that title there. I'm hungry for oil. It's not a spelling mistake, I promise you. So yeah, they're not backing down. And for any sanctions to be agreed, every single member in the EU needs to agree. So at the moment, there is total stalemate in the EU summit in relation to this. So there's no movement on this whatsoever. And for now, as we looked in the morning, oil is still currently trading around $115 a barrel. So still extremely bullish. And don't forget, we have OPEC coming up on the 2nd of June as well. So yeah, how's the market doing though? In general, end of last week, oh, go on, here we go. Oh, what's happened there? There we go. End of last week, Wall Street experienced its best week since November 2020. So we have a very bullish momentum across the board in the market, and Europe session is continuing that. So we do have a very bullish momentum at the moment. As well as that, safe havens are beginning to lose their appeal because there's a very bullish market at the moment. And we'll have a quick look at gold in particular because that's under pressure. So yeah, we've got a very bullish attitude on the market at the moment. Very bullish indeed. So safe havens are losing their appeal. So Swiss franc, dollar, Japanese yen, and gold are missing out. But let's have a quick look at the market as well. Give me a second. There we go. Right. Let's have a quick look. Now, this is oil. Like I said, it's trading at $114 a barrel. But really, I want to look at gold because gold is under an awful lot of pressure at the moment because obviously it's lost that safe haven desire because the market is so bullish at the moment. Currently, it's trading at $1,856 an ounce, trading just above the 200-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. But like I say, it is losing its appeal. If we have a look at the euro is extremely bullish at the moment, okay? It's trading around 1.07559, above that trend line which we put in the other day. So that's an area of interest. So that's certainly worth keeping an eye on. I mean, the euro is bullish at the moment down to the fact that we have a weak dollar. Like I said, we have safe havens are losing their appeal. So things like the euro are benefiting. And if we look at the cable, so we talked about the cable a lot. The cable is trading, again, there's a nice little trend line there, trading around 1.2634, okay? And the RSI is just under the 70. So it's not currently at this moment in time giving us any indications that it's overbought. So that's worth keeping an eye on. Plus, it's trading above the 100-day and the 200-day moving averages as well. So cable has got a bit of bullish momentum. Again, this is mainly down to the fact that we have a weak dollar because the need for safe havens are waning, like I said. So yeah, that's what we have at the moment. Yeah, so there we go. I mean, in my opinion, and just my opinion, I think there's a lot of hope, again, that the Fed is not going to be that aggressive with their interest rate hikes, okay? So I think we're sort of hoping about that, hoping that their tightening won't be too severe. However, and this is the big thing, inflation isn't going anywhere. German inflation today rose to 8.7%. 8.7%, not quite as bad as the UK at 9.1, but still 8.7%. So yeah, there is that threat. So I don't know whether or not the hope in the market will continue. but we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Tomorrow's going to be interesting, of course, because the US will be back. So we'll have to see what the US session brings us tomorrow. But it's mainly at the moment all about that EU summit and Hungary. You see what I did there? Hungry for oil. I'm amazed myself sometimes. Anyway, how's the European market doing though in general? The FTSE is currently trading minus 0.08. DAX is up 0.48%. And Euro Stoxx 50 is trading at 0.31%. Don't forget, this week, ISM manufacturing PMI, US ADP employment change, and the big one on Friday, which I will do a watch along, NFP, US unemployment and average earnings. So please join me with the watch along next Friday, or this Friday coming. Okay, now I did say today was going to be a slightly shorter one because the US is on a bank holiday. But don't forget, I'll be back on air tomorrow, okay, at 8 a.m. UTC, and back again tomorrow. The US is back open around about 1 p.m. at UTC as well. So don't forget to come and join me. Now, if you're watching me on Facebook and you like it, give us a follow. If you're watching me on YouTube and you like it, subscribe if you like, give us a notification. So you know the next time I'm going live. And if you've enjoyed this little episode, even though it's a short one today, so I do apologize. It's not my fault America's on holiday. Please give me one of these, because it certainly will make me smile. But anyway, till next time, remember these videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as advice. I always suggest you do your own research, do your own due diligence, and of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. Till next time, every single one of you, trade safe.